The turkey is what I have an issue with. So for that reason, I don't know. The jury's out.
There are
should do that or not.
Enormous problems here. He was about to be the national security advisor. You can't be the national security advisor and being paid by a foreign government.
Right.
It's a much bigger deal than any lobbyist.
Did the president
That's a huge deal.
know
and then
that?
Two, he also got
he knows it now.
Yes.
Mike Pence, the vice president, to lie to the American people. If you're going to be national security advisor, you also have to be honest.
To your
These
bosses.
are huge, huge problems. It's why he got fired. That's why it is baffling that the president has defended him. And we want to know what the president knew.
I want to follow up, Judge. You had a question about the president knowing.
Right.
Did the president know in January of 2017 that the person he was putting at the focal point of national security was an agent of a foreign country that is sometimes an ally and
How would he have known if he lied on his
But he does now.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not.
the
I think that you're probably right. He didn't know then, but he does now. We started the segment talking about will President Trump pardon Michael Flynn, and I think
we didn't start there, but that was my question.
I don't know. I'm losing track of time. It got there, and I think that obviously, given some of the tweets and how President Trump has approached this, I think that he may feel as if he might want to. He's sending some signals that maybe that's something that he's considering, even though he hasn't said that. I don't think it's appropriate at all for all the reasons we've discussed, particularly because you're being paid by a foreign government while being the incoming national security advisor. But maybe he commutes a sentence. So say today he goes in there, he gets 3 months. He could turn around and commute that sentence.
I actually think that this is something that needs to be changed in Washington, D.C. And I know Senator Chuck Grassley has made this point, has also offered legislation.
What needs to be changed?
That FARA should be more thoroughly enforced by the federal government. Because if we are worried about other countries doing the bidding in the United States and messing with our policies or elections or what have you, we should know who's lobbying on their behalf.
You know why the feds don't enforce this statute?
Why?
Because most of the violators are former federal officials themselves.
But that's an issue.
We're laughing at it, but we shouldn't laugh at it.
I know. That's an issue.
Total swamp.
But that needs to be changed.
Correct.
I'm going to have to take off my Louboutins to walk through this part.
The president should not be tweeting that poor Michael Flynn and talking about how he's been abused by the system if, in fact, he was getting paid by Turkey while he was national security advisor. He didn't disclose that. And he also got Vice President Mike Pence.
So if you listen to what James Comey was saying, in the hallway, he's echoing what you're saying. And in fact, because you called Comey's remarks today cogent, I think they are revealing, too, because it may tell us a little bit behind the scenes of how everybody's looking at this. Remember what he said, the president's words, and I take that to mean, Melissa, including his tweets, can be held against him in some form. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that was the nugget. The president should stop talking or stop tweeting. He's going to be held accountable.
It's hard to take it with that big spoonful of sanctimony that he puts on top.
Hey, you can hate the messenger, but what was the message?
Take the personality out of it. The message is the president ought to have known what Michael Flynn was up to at the time. The president is so far the loser in all of this. We don't know what the sentence is going to be. You've got a judge asking.
Why is the president the loser?
Because the president has minimized what General Flynn has done, and you have a judge saying, did he commit treason?
It's not good. From an optics standpoint, it's not good for the president.
Yeah, but optics and law, I don't.
That's the problem. That is the problem with the world we live in now.
This is back to Melissa's questions. Should the president be tweeting? Maybe he could have tweeted at the time General Flynn was arrested, but he now knows what Flynn was doing at the time. So he shouldn't be minimizing it. General Flynn was a foreign agent while he was working in the White House, and he kept that from his bosses. That is not light or easy or something to be tweeted about or made a joke of.
So that brings up what Lisa was talking about.